Hiya, welcome back to Flying with Terry. Happy Saturday. I'm going to apologise now that the camera keeps trying to focus on other things and is flickering like that. I'm not entirely sure what to do about that, but there we are. I'm not particularly technologically minded. How have we been? How have we been this week? Have we been concentrating on the February habit of the month? I've been super amazed to find that I actually have been. So I've been doing a lot of decluttering. Today, I actually gave myself 2 bonus missions. I hadn't intended to do these missions, which is why they're bonus missions. That root's getting on my nerves, there we are. The actual original mission decluttering that I meant to do today was to declutter one of my kitchen cupboards because it desperately needs doing. Can't get anything in or out of it, everything falls out, does my head in. So that was my plan of action for today. But what I actually found myself doing this morning was decluttering my back porch, because it's not really a porch, it's the area between my kitchen and my boiler, and where the back door is. Tiny little area, can't do anything with it, but it gets really cluttered. It attracts so much rubbish, it's amazing. And today I just got fed up with the shoes that have just been chucked there. So I thought, you know what, enough's enough. Let's get rid of them because they're doing my head in. So now, I'll just show you now what it did look like. And now, this is what it looks like after I've decluttered it. It's an amazing difference. I can actually open the back door. I would love to have something on that floor as well, but for some unknown reason, oh, there's onions getting in my eyes. For some unknown reason, when they put that back door in, they didn't actually put a little raised thresholdy bit. So the door catches on the floor. So if you put anything on there, like a mat, or we've had those cheap stick-on vinyl tiles there, door just caught on them. So that was no good. So as it is, we can't have anything there. We thought about painting it. I'm a bit worried that the door's just going to scratch the floor paint off. That's how tight it is to the floor. I don't know. Anyway, so that was my bonus mission number 1. My second bonus mission that I hadn't intended to do was I've cleaned my kitchen window. It hasn't been done for so long and it was disgusting. And I looked at it today and went, why is there butter on my window? I have no idea why or how there's butter on the window, but there's butter on the window. So I got rid of that, sorted that out, sorted all the rubbish out that was on the windowsill. So again, here's a before and an after. It looks a lot better, doesn't it? Let's chuck those in there. If you're wondering, I'm making a slow cooker pastry type dish. Where I work, I've got involved with a project for some of the more vulnerable families in the area. A few groups have got together and they're running a thing. So they're providing, by the way, I'm going to hesitate to say now, they haven't given me any of this stuff, okay? But they are providing some of the vulnerable families with bits and bobs to help get them through, and they're giving them recipes with the food that they're giving them. They're giving them recipes. And I looked at one of them because I was just double checking there was nothing fresh in there in case anyone didn't turn up. So I had to, you know, if anything fresh, it obviously needs to go in the fridge if they don't turn up to collect it. So I was just double checking the recipe just to see what ingredients they'd put in there. And I thought, ooh, that sounds interesting. So I did myself a little photocopy, and that's what I'm doing for tonight's dinner. Let me just pop these fresh rosemary and bay from my garden. Pop those in there. Quickly chop up some garlic and pop that in. So I'm testing that out. It does sound interesting. It's called slow cooker pasta fagioli. I'm sure I pronounced that wrong, so apologies to any Italians watching. But that's what I'm attempting to make. This garlic isn't playing. So I'll let you know how it turns out actually. Because it does sound really nice. It's got obviously onions and garlic. Right, this garlic is... I wasn't planning on getting my garlic press out, but this garlic doesn't want to peel. I was being lazy. I was thinking, right, if I don't get the garlic press out, I won't have to wash the garlic press. That didn't work, did it? That onion has really got into my eyes. It's making me a bit sniffy as well. Right. There we are. Pop that garlic in. What else have I been up to? Well, obviously I've been doing all the decluttering. And it's amazing because at one point there was no way I'd have decluttered every day. And we're only a week into February concentrating on this habit. And I'm actually doing it. I'm really impressed with myself. So something's sunk in there, hasn't it? I haven't had any phone calls from school this week either to say they've not been doing their work, so some things must have sunk in there as well. Oh wait, so I was telling you what I was doing in this, wasn't I? So there's obviously onions and garlic, there's rosemary and bay, which they didn't put in the recipe. I'm not going to say what I think about that, bearing in mind the target audience for this. Right, so yeah, rosemary and bay. There is carrots. I'm just going to give those a quick chop up now. There's cannellini beans, a can of tomatoes, and vegetable stock. Oh, and obviously there's pasta because it's a pasta dish. And towards the end of the cooking time, oh, get rid of that. Towards the end of the cooking time, also you pop in a bag of curly kale. So that sounds really, really nice. Because it's a slow cooker one, I'm obviously having to get on with it sooner rather than later. Although by the time I pop the video up, get that sorted out, it might be later. Then I'd actually be eating it, but there we are, that's the way it works. So I'm getting on with that, which really brings me on to the fact that I need to start meal planning and actually thinking about what's for dinner earlier rather than at 6 o'clock. But it worked so well when we were doing that. Oh, my camera's just slipped. We've actually managed to slip out of the habit of meal planning and knowing what we're having for dinner. So that's what I'm going to be concentrating on next week. Right. Carrots cut up. Pop those. Nope. Not that bit. Pop those into the slow cooker as well. There we go. Right, like I said, it's a can of tomatoes. I'm going to pop that in. I'm going to just add a little bit of water. Just get out the last of the tomatoes there. 2 cans of cannellini beans, which I've already drained. Give that all a bit of a stir around. And then a cup of stock, that's 2 stock cubes in there. Right, now according to that recipe, that's all the liquid I'll need. Yeah, that should work. Looking at that, that should work nicely. Just pop the lid on, turn it on. There we are. And that's my dinner sorted out for tonight. All I need to do now is, in about 6 hours time, pop some pasta in there, and towards the end of the cooking time, a bag of kale. I'm going to serve it with some nice warm crusty bread. Sounds amazing. I'll let you know how it turns out. Right, so that's me sorted out. That's what I've been getting up to. I've had 2 bonus missions. I'm going to do some decluttering later. As always, everything goes up on Instagram. My link's down below. And I will see you later. Bye.